Are you a first-time home buyer getting ready to make an offer on your first home, but don't know where to start? Have you wondered about everything that goes into an offer other than just the price? Well, buying a home can be an intimidating process because there are so many moving parts and parties involved in the transaction. And every transaction is different because there are different variables and motivations on both sides. It's nothing like buying a car where you can be in and out in the same day. Today, I want to explain to you the 5 basic parts of an offer because I believe an educated customer is our best customer. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nicholas with the Damon Sells Homes team at Coldwell Banker, and my team and I help home buyers navigate the complex Northern Virginia home buying market using our smart home buying strategy, a proven, repeatable system backed by market research and decades of experience, using little-known strategies and tactics to help you find the perfect house, buy it for the least amount of money, and avoid the common mistakes you might make that can cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Be sure to comment below if you have any questions about something you hear in the video today. I'll read and respond to every comment. And of course, please subscribe to my channel if you want to watch more videos to help give you an edge in the Northern Virginia real estate market.
When you work with me and my team to buy your first home in Northern Virginia, the 5 parts of an offer are one of the first things we'll talk about. We firmly believe in an education-based process when working with our first-time homebuyer clients. We want you to be as educated as possible on the home buying process so that when the time comes to make your first offer, you're confident and you're ready to step up and take action, which is important in this competitive market. So let's break down the 5 parts of an offer. All right, number 1 is your lender letter or proof of funds. Before accepting your offer and taking their home off the market, any seller is going to want to see some proof that you will actually be able to afford it. This comes either in the form of proof of funds if you're paying cash for your house, or a lender pre-approval letter, or what I call the lender letter. And to be honest, this is an important step for you to take before even going to look at houses, because you want to make sure that you know how much house you can qualify for. If you qualify for up to $500,000 for a house, I don't want to be showing you houses that are $600,000. Even just to go see it for fun, because you're probably going to love them. And then when I go back and show you the $500,000 houses, you're going to hate them all by comparison and always be comparing them to that nicer house. So you definitely want to go into this process fully pre-approved. And one of the things we do for you as your agent is to coach your lender on how to write that lender letter for you to put yourself in the best negotiating position when you make your first offer. Part number 2 of an offer is the offer price and closing costs. This is first and foremost, but by no means the only part of the offer. Your closing costs are typically going to be 2 to 3% of the sales price, and typically the buyer covers their own closing costs. As your agent, however, this is a term that we can negotiate with the seller. Number 3 is your earnest money deposit, or we call it the EMD also. The EMD is a small deposit you make if your offer is accepted. We recommend 1 to 2% of the sales price, but it could be more in a competitive situation. In Virginia, your EMD is held by a title company in an escrow account. It's your money and it goes towards your down payment at closing. If you back out of the contract using any of your contingencies, you would get it back. However, if you default on the contract, you could potentially forfeit that earnest money and the seller would get to keep it. Number 4 is the settlement date. The sooner is usually better, especially if the house is vacant, since every day the seller owns the house, it costs them money. As a buyer, you want to know, when do I get the keys? And as the seller, they want to know, when do I get the money? Number 5 are your contingencies. There are typically 4 contingencies, though there can be more. Some of these are built into the contract and some of them are contained in separate addendums. Contingencies are things that you as the buyer may require in order for the transaction to go through. Otherwise, you may void the contract and get your earnest money deposit back. So there are 4 common contingencies: the home inspection and radon inspection contingency, the financing contingency, makes your offer contingent on your loan getting approved by your lender. Number 3 is your appraisal contingency. This is where your lender will send out a third-party appraiser to give their opinion of the value of the house to make sure that they're not loaning you too much money. Based on the results of that appraisal, there are a number of outcomes that can occur, and I'm going to go through the ins and outs of each of these contingencies in future videos, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on those. And number 4 is the HOA or condo document review period, if applicable. You have 3 days from when you receive the documents to review them and make sure that you're okay living in that community. You can void the contract for any reason during this period. So this is a brief overview of how an offer is structured. There are lots of strategies and tactics within each of these 5 parts that an experienced agent will help you craft to put together the best offer for your situation. Plus, there are lots of other terms that can go into a contract. We have a litany of negotiating tactics, and I'll cover many of these in future videos too. If you'd like to download a flyer outlining the 5 parts of an offer, please click the link in the description of this video below.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to schedule a time to talk about buying a home in Northern Virginia, I've made it really easy for you. Just follow the instructions in the description below. And if you got value from this video, please like it, and I'd love it if you could share it with somebody else you know who might get value from it too. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out the other playlist for more great information on the Northern Virginia real estate market.